here. Same time tomorrow. So take it from an expert. Get Simply Safe and protect home. Like a pro. Visit simplysafe.com for a limited time offer. I'm saying go and ready to make. Yo, baby, let's go.
There's a chemistry and attraction.
I'm gonna date as many girls as possible.
Has legit feelings.
Sorry, Mom.
Naked and Afraid of Love on Discovery Plus. Stream for just $4.99.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful. So we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America. It'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake with the Ideal Agent was that we saved $12,000 in commission.
We would definitely use Ideal Agent again. The whole process was so positive for us.
Excellent service.
Getting right to the point, hiring an Ideal Agent. I wish we would have done that sooner, and we would have saved 6 months of time and mortgage payments that would have probably never happened if we would have just gone with it first.
They were so stress-free. The whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We certainly recommend Ideal Agent now to all of our family, all of our friends. It's just a great experience.
We are not a discount brokerage. These are top local agents that'll get you the best results.
Finding a Bigfoot is really hard, but finding the perfect products to wow your customers or celebrate your team, easy. Just go to 4imprint.com. For promotional products people use and love, 4imprint, for certain. This is the work that continues. Who we are today and what we can become.
This is journalism that reflects the world we live in.
This is Brava. Brava cooks with light. It's faster, tastier, and easier than ever. Brava has thousands of inspired recipes for delicious meals that will change the way you cook. Brava, food made brilliant.
Smart news.
I was only watching news I agreed with.
I was only getting news from social media.
Now, I use smart news.
It has news that matters.
I trust Smart News. Download Smart News for free today.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home.
So cute.
5 different ways to work parking.
This sounds better.
Virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keyword.
I think these are the one.
These look good. That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
CNN Special Report. Toxic. Britney Spears Battle for Freedom. Sunday at 8.
Closed captioning brought to you by TheraWorks Relief. Prevent and relieve muscle cramps.
We see a lot of people with muscle cramping. I probably use TheraWorks Relief on close to 1,000 patients.
Get TheraWorks Relief today in stores everywhere.
Hello and welcome to our viewers joining us here in the United States and all around the world. I'm Rosemary Church. Just ahead on CNN Newsroom, Gabby Petito's death ruled a homicide as the manhunt continues for her missing fiancé. Then unprecedented methods are being used to deter migrants from flooding across the Mexico-US border, and a CDC panel set to discuss COVID boosters and expected to clarify who should be eligible as deaths tied to the virus continue to climb in the United States. Good to have you with us. With authorities now confirming the death of Gabby Petito, the FBI is asking the public for help finding her fiancé. 23-year-old Brian Laundrie hasn't been seen in more than a week. Authorities plan to resume their search for him in the Florida wilderness this morning. They believe Laundrie might be the one person with answers about what happened to Petito. CNN's Athena Jones reports on potential clues in the case.
An autopsy conducted confirming the remains found in a remote part of Wyoming on Sunday are those of 22-year-old Gabby Petito. The FBI saying in a tweet, the initial determination for the manner of death is homicide. The cause of death is pending autopsy results. The search for her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, intensifying today. Police returning to this 25,000-acre reserve. Officers searching by foot with canines, using all-terrain vehicles and drones to cover the vast area of treacherous wilderness.
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially, 75% of it's underwater, and other areas that are dry we're trying to clear.
Authorities not saying what led them back to the 25,000-acre reserve after calling off the search there Monday morning. A search warrant obtained for an external hard drive found in the van the couple had been traveling in, noting more and more tension between Laundrie and Petito, and detailed what Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, called an odd text she received from her daughter, calling her grandfather by his first name, saying, per the mother, she never calls him Stan. Petito stopped posting anything on social media after that message.
We've been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before.
We're also learning more about their August 12th encounter with police in Moab, Utah, captured on body camera. Officers concluded the situation was the result of a mental health crisis and suggested the two separate for the night. No charges were filed. A National Park Service ranger there for the stop, revealing to a newspaper that she told Petito her relationship seemed toxic. Also telling the Deseret News, we thought we were making the right decision when we left them.
On August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park.
And authorities looking into an encounter with Laundrie in Wyoming where this woman says he was hitchhiking, picking him up in an area near where Petito's body was later discovered. According to the woman, Laundrie told the couple he had been camping alone for days, while Petito stayed back at the van to work on social media posts. Once Laundrie realized the couple was not going toward his destination, she says he became agitated and quickly left their vehicle.
He kind of hurried out of the car, and he said all he had was a tarp to sleep on, which I think if you're going camping for days on end, you'd want food and a tent, and he had none of that.
With the coroner's finding that the remains found over the weekend in Wyoming are those of Gabby Petito, the FBI is once again asking for the public's help in locating her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, calling on anyone with information concerning Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts to contact them. Athena Jones, CNN, New York.
As of now, Brian Laundrie is not charged with a crime and is not named as a suspect in Petito's death. But CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson says Laundrie's behavior is raising suspicions.
The bottom line here is that you look at everything there and then you look and assess his conduct. And what you find when you have the conduct is a lot of circumstantial evidence. A critical fact in this case is the fact that he ran. Why it evidences consciousness of guilt. You could explain away the hitchhiking. Oh, he went somewhere. He was gone for a brief period of time. You could explain the indication that he was hiking alone, or at least so he said to Miss Baker, right? Okay, they separated for a little while. He was hiking alone. What you can't explain is where the guy is, why did he run, and why did he really feel that he needed to evade authorities? And those are going to be questions in the event he's brought back safely that everyone is going to want to know. If there's an innocent explanation, you stay and explain, you don't run and hide.
And stay with CNN as we continue to follow this investigation. Well, the US has passed a bill to avoid a government shutdown later this month and suspend the nation's debt limit, but it faces an uphill battle in the Senate. It comes at a critical time for President Joe Biden's sweeping economic agenda. He has a meeting with key Democratic leaders in the coming hours to address some deep divisions within the party. CNN's Ryan Nobles has more developments from Capitol Hill.
The House of Representatives did get some work done on Tuesday night, but it's likely that work won't get much further. The House passing a bill that would extend government spending through the end of the year and suspend the debt limit through the end of next year. But that bill faces an uncertain future in the Senate. The Republican minority has said that they are not going to support any type of bill that gets rid of the debt limit for any period of time, even if it means a government shutdown, which this bill would do if not passed because it is tied to that government spending proposal. And it would require 10 Republican votes in the Senate in order to pass. We'll have to see how Republicans play it. There are some Republicans in a tough spot because there is certain aspects of this spending bill that would impact specific states, particularly those impacted by recent hurricane devastation. But at this point, Republicans say they plan to hold firm. Now, if this doesn't pass the Senate, the next option for the Democrats would be to include it in that big reconciliation package, which can be passed with only Democratic votes. The problem is Democrats are having a hard time passing that piece of legislation as well. Democrats still haven't agreed to how they want to spend the $3.5 trillion that could potentially be available in that reconciliation package. Some moderate Democrats believe that that price tag is just too high. And then that backs into the issues that both sides are having as it relates to the bipartisan hard infrastructure plan, that $1.2 trillion proposal that's already been passed in the Senate. Now, the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had promised moderate Democrats in the House that they would pass that bill as soon as next week, Monday, in fact. And so far, Pelosi not backing away from that promise. The only problem is the progressives have said they're not voting for the bipartisan deal unless they get a vote on the reconciliation package, the bigger $3.5 trillion package in both the House and the Senate. So we've got a wide range of topics here, really 4 different issues, but you can see how they are all intertwined. And at this point, not one of those 4 big issues that the Congress is attempting to try and reconcile have a clear path toward being complete. Next week's going to be crucial, and negotiations throughout the rest of this week will also be very important. Ryan Nobles, CNN on Capitol Hill.
Well, President Biden is back at the White House after his speech to the UN General Assembly. He will convene a virtual summit with world leaders aimed at ending the coronavirus pandemic. And that comes as Brazil's health minister tells our affiliate CNN Brazil he tested positive for COVID-19 and will quarantine in New York for 14 days. Marcelo Quiroga had been attending the UN summit with Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, who refuses to get vaccinated. On the diplomatic front, President Biden sought to mend relations with European allies over the new defense pact with Australia and the UK. And he urged world leaders to rely on diplomacy, not military might, to solve the world's problems. CNN's Jeremy Diamond has our report.
We've ended 20 years of conflict in Afghanistan. And as we close this period of relentless war, we're opening a new era of relentless diplomacy.